Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, CLT Aviation 13 with our model airport of Fort Lauderdale. This is update number 5 for the series. It's going to be a really fun video today. We have a couple new airplanes to showcase, two of those being the Spirit A320neos, and then one being the Southwest 737-700 Louisiana 1. Unfortunately, the NG models Jetblue A321s did not make the cut for today's video. They will arrive later this week. I just didn't want to hold off the video any longer. But look for those to be inserted definitely for update number 6. We'll have a little bit more participation from the A321neos in the next video. I think for today we just have the one JetBlue A321neo, which is the Gemini version. But like I said, look forward to more participation from those planes in update number 6. With that being said, besides that, just a nice setup for today. Those, having those additional spirits really help out the Fort Lauderdale aesthetics. I believe Sun Country is in the video today, which is a new, or I guess a re-entry rather. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. All right, everyone, we're going to start things off today with one of the new Spirit Airlines A320neos. This flight in particular is going to make a flight to St. Thomas. And then we're going to head on back to the departure end of the runway. And we have a Delta Airlines 767-300, which is lining up for a flight to Atlanta. And then we have the JetBlue FDNY 320, which is about a hold short of the runway. It's going to make a flight to Phoenix. And then next up, we have a Spirit A321, which is going to fly to Atlanta. We have a couple other Atlanta flights coming up. I think we got one more. Southwest will be heading to Atlanta, so about 3 in the departure line to ATL. We have a Tartan 320. This guy's going to make a flight to Newark. And then we have the Boston Celtics A320, which is going to make a flight to Aruba. And we got an American Airlines A321 with service to Charlotte, that Charlotte version. And then Southwest Florida 1 with service to Atlanta. And we have the Disneyland 737-900 to San Diego. And then Silver Airways, I think this is operated on the bigger ATR, but I wanted to have it go to Columbia. I think that started pretty recently, so got that Silver to Columbia. For the next part of the video, we're going to start with the JetBlue A321, which is going to make a flight to Los Angeles. And then just a quick view down the line, we have a couple, a 321, some 320s. There's some E190s at the end that we'll get to. But obviously Fort Lauderdale is very Airbus-centric in terms of 320s and 321 flights. Not that much E190s like you see up in Boston, but next 321, we'll have this guy go to San Francisco. These two are basically signifying JetBlue Mint flights. Obviously, kind of Mint registration, but just for all intents and purposes, they're just going to kind of mimic that Mint aircraft. Next, we have two 320s, one Charlotte, one Standard in that Blue Rica livery. We're going to have the Charlotte make a flight to White Plains, and then Blue Rica will make a flight to New York LaGuardia. Got the high-rise A320 on pushback, and this aircraft's heading to Montego Bay. And then one of the two E190s for today's video, this one's heading to Nassau. And then we got a Blueberries A320, which is going to make a flight to Atlanta. And then a Prism A321 to Las Vegas. And then we got the Blueprint E190 with service to Jacksonville, Florida. Next up, we have some American sections. So we got the 321, 737, and then there's also that 738. We're going to have this guy coming in from Dallas. And then we'll have this one go to Philadelphia. And the next one to Chicago. And then this American right here, have him go to Charlotte for another additional flight to CLT. For the next part of the video, we're going to start with our Delta section. They have a pretty impressive operation at Fort Lauderdale. They range everything from, the smaller narrow bodies all the way up to a 767-300. As you saw at the beginning of the video. They do a lot of great aircraft. The 75s are thrown in. You can see 2 of them right here. So some good destinations to get through. We'll start with this one, which is heading to Detroit. And then we will have the A320 make a flight to Boston. And then we will have another Atlanta flight. If you haven't tell yet, the theme is that there's a lot of flights to Atlanta. I think Delta, I don't know the exact number, but I know like when things were normal, they would do like 13, 14 daily. Spirit probably throws in like 3 to 4. JetBlue threw in 2. Southwest maybe had 4 or 5 maybe. So there's a lot of ATL Fort Lauderdale action. So it's always appropriate to kind of maintain that in the updates, even though it might get kind of redundant. But I think it's pretty useful to have, I guess, an extensive amount of ATL flights. Next up, we got a 319 Delta with service to Raleigh. That's Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina. Delta A321 with service to one of my personal favorites, MSP, Minneapolis-St. Paul. And then we'll go down the line to the Southwest section. They've been kind of slowing things down a little bit. As you can, they used to have a bigger operation, but it's a little bit smaller now. Still impressive, but not what it was pre-pandemic. So we'll start with the 738 with service to Baltimore. And then we'll back up to the Canyon Blue 737, which is going to make a flight to St. Louis. And we got another 738, which is heading to Nashville. And then our new Louisiana 1, which is going to do a flight to Tampa. And then we got a new livery 737 United with service to Chicago. For the last part of the video, we're going to start with this United Airlines 737-800, which just arrived in from Newark. And then we will make our way back to a Sun Country 738, which is vacating the runway after completing a flight from Minneapolis-St. Paul. And then we have one of our few Spirit 321s that we're going to get through in a second. This one's going to make a flight to San Juan. And then we have one on pushback. This is that NG1 as well, which is pushing back for a flight to Chicago. And next up, we have that Gemini Jets A321 Spirit, which is getting loaded up for a flight to Charlotte. And we got a Spirit A320 Neo, which is going to make a flight to Philadelphia. And then turning away, we have the standard 320 with service to Houston. And then right here we have, this is still the Gemini 1. As they're recording this video, the NG models 1 to 400 JetBlues will be getting here this week, so I'm excited to get those. See how they look. They look awesome from pictures, but this is that Gemini Jets 1. It's going to make a flight to Lima, Peru. Really cool. That route's been around for a while. It's one of those things that flies a lot better on the Neo just because of the range and the capabilities. The Neo definitely helps things out a lot more. I'm going to walk over here for a second and we'll wrap the video up. We got a Spirit 321 coming in for a landing after making a flight from Detroit. So I need to do that more. It looks really cool like that, actually. And then to finish things up, we got the Azul just hanging out. And then we have a couple of JetBlues hanging out as well. So everything's looking really good. Thank you guys again for stopping by for today's video. If you're enjoying this kind of content, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. It truly does help a lot. But anyways, thanks again for stopping by, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. And before we finally wrap up the video, I just want to give a huge shout out for everyone who joined the live premiere for today's video. Hope everyone enjoyed interacting with each other and had some good discussions on current events, model airplanes, and just, things of that nature. But as always, thank you guys so much for, stopping by, and hope you enjoyed today's video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.